kind of rough, choppy game. Obviously, I was missing shots all over the place. You know, they have a lineup that we understand their situation, so they're going to play hard. Play with energy, try to disrupt everything we're doing, and for the most part, it worked for 42 minutes, and then we just got really disciplined down the stretch. Great point of attack defense. Got a couple turnovers that led to momentum transition on the other end. Looney was unbelievable. Securing the paint on defense, finishing at the rim, giving Ayton a little bit of problems down the stretch. He's gonna get his shots up, but we just competed, and that last 6 minutes was hard-nosed basketball, and it was what it took to win.
25-16 on the road. Finished, I guess, with a flurry of wins. Just what does that mark tell you about you guys' basketball team?
It kept us alive all year, knowing how different it was than our home record, but a together group that's was trying to figure it out all year, but stayed together, stayed confident in who we could be, and I think, like I said, it's given us life to have something to play for next week and hopefully get through that threshold to a playoff series.
Yeah, what's the mentality going into tomorrow? I mean, what's at stake against New Orleans?
Same mission, just win the next game. We understand they're playing well. There's a lot to play for on both sides, and a win tomorrow would give us we obviously can't control everything about our destiny, but it gives us a great opportunity to keep climbing the standings and keep our morale high, knowing that everything is connected to next Tuesday, wherever we play, whoever we play.
Another road slate, that's concluded for you. Just kind of big picture, your connection that you have with the opposing crowds. What has that meant to you, after experiencing that another season?
It's a great question. I never take it for granted. It's grown obviously since I got here in '09, and the big jump it took after the first championship in '15, and then every year it seems like it becomes more and more of a thing, and that support is amazing just because people spend their hard-earned money to come out and watch us play. You see all the Warrior jerseys out there, showing up early to see warm-ups and stuff like that, and certain arenas you can feel that energy a little bit more, even in the home crowd at times, just because they show up for us. So it means a lot for sure, and it's kind of connected to just the privilege to play at this level. And how much fun it is in this environment, and it reminds you that it's not going to be around forever. So appreciate it.
Yeah, a couple.
This is a little bit off the beaten path, but the Nike Hoop Summit's in town. A lot of those guys that are competing in it were in your camp last summer. I wanted to ask you about a couple guys in particular, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. Just what do you remember about how those guys competed at your camp, and what kind of stood out about them? What you remember?
The whole roster we had at camp was amazing. Like great kids on both the boys and girls side that just were there, willing to learn, willing to work hard, took the energy that I gave them and reciprocated it. Those two guys individually, obviously they're super talented, but talent can only take you so far. Like, what's your mentality about how much better can you get? How hard do you work? Are you coachable? Like stuff like that, and they showed that. Dylan was funny because I think he guarded me in a couple the pickup runs we had. I might not have scored on him, and I think he was mic'd up for some outlet, and I think he knew he was counting my stats. A little matchup, but like you love that competitiveness because they're there to get better.
I think I saw the video. He was telling another camper, like, this is how I would guard Steph. I do this, and that. Had a whole game plan. You've run this camp for a few years. You've seen a lot of the guys that were probably in your camp. You've competed against them in the NBA. I imagine you see those guys at that camp last summer, and you think these guys in a couple of years are going to be in the league playing alongside me. Do you see that with those two guys?
No, for sure. They're obviously the top talent in the country for a reason, and like I tell them when they come to camp, we just want to be a small part of your story as you keep climbing the ladder, because hopefully they took something, tangible away from their experience and, boost their confidence even more. But they're all amazing talents, and it's cool to see the alumni from camp that have been in the league. Dennis Smith Jr. was the very first camp I had, all the way to this last year. We'll see what happens.